Alright, this is Chapter 8, Part 2. What we're going to do is write an equation for the 2 points using point-slope form, but then we're going to take it a step further into slope-intercept form. Alright, so first of all you have 2 points. You got to find the slope first. That's your first step. So we have x2, y2, and x1, y1. It doesn't matter, just as long as you assign them. So we have 2 minus 4 over 1 minus 3. So 2 minus 4 is a negative 2, and then 1 minus 3 is also a negative 2. So my slope then is going to be a positive 1. Now we have to use point-slope form. Remember, point-slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So let's plug those in. So we have y minus y1, which is, in my case, 4, equals 1 times x minus x1 is 3. So you could also use x2, y2, it's up to you. But you have to make sure if you're going to use y1 here, you got to use x1 here. You can't use x2 and then or y1. Okay, so we got to take it a step further because we normally see equations with y by itself. So you can distribute the 1 here, which is fairly easy, timesing by 1. So I'm going to write it up here. So we have y minus 4 equals x minus 3. Now we have to get y by itself, so what's the opposite of subtracting 4? It's adding 4. And we can only add naked numbers to naked numbers. So y equals x, and negative 3 plus 4 is x plus 1. And that's where we're going to finish off. That's the equation. That's the equation that goes through these 2 points. Now that's a lot faster than pulling out some graph paper, graphing the points, counting the slope, finding the intercept. So that's why we do this. That's why we do this, is to get that equation quicker. Let's try another example. So we have 2 points, 4, 8, and negative 2, 5. Again, let's find the slope from these 2 points. And we're going to identify these. So we have y2 minus y1, so that's going to be 5 minus 8. And then we have a negative 2 minus 4. So 5 minus 8 is going to be a negative 3. Negative 2 minus 4 is going to be a negative 6. So my slope then is going to be 1/2. Now I have slope and points, points and slope. So I'm going to use point-slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. So let's go ahead and plug these in. We can have y minus, use any point you want. I'm going to go ahead and use my first one. So y minus 8 equals 1/2 x minus 4. So we have y minus 8. We're going to go ahead and distribute 1/2 x, and half of a negative 4, or half of 4, just drop down the minus sign, is going to be 2. Now I'm going to add 8 to both sides to get y by itself. And my final equation is y equals 1/2 x plus 6. Okay? So make sure you write down any questions that you may have for me when you're doing these types of problems. I'm going to give you the next problem. I want you to pause the video and see if you can do it on your own. Here's the next problem. Through points 1, 4 and 2, 8. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can write an equation that passes through these points. Okay, the slope, I'm going to go ahead and identify x1, y1, x2, y2. So I'm going to have 8 minus 4 over 2 minus 1. 8 minus 4 is 4. 2 minus 1 is 1. So my slope then is just going to be 4. Then I'm going to have my point slope form. I'm going to write it down. Writing it down will help you memorize it every time if you write it down every time. So y minus y1 in my case is 4. And then I had 4 times x minus 1. So go ahead and distribute. Y minus 4 equals 4x minus 4. Add the 4 over. My final equation is y equals 4x plus 0. Do we have to do the plus 0? No. So I have y equals 4x. And there you go. Enjoy. If you want to go ahead and do this on page 450, 1 through 10. 8 through 10 is where you have to change them to slope-intercept form. Go right ahead. We'll be adding on to this assignment tomorrow. Until next time, see you tomorrow.